behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time once again. We thank you for joining us today. Got another awesome interview for you in just a moment or two. But in the meantime, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and whenever we get a new interview for you to watch, you'll be notified so you can check that out. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section. We love to hear from you there. And go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV, which is our official web address, and you can like the page, comment everything you see, send us an inbox, and also if you prefer to email us, that's paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com, which you can use if you're a band or a solo artist want to be on the show. But hey, if you're just simply a fan, we'd love to hear from you from that same email address, and we'll comment back. And we're going to recap all of that for you at the closing credits of the show in case you forget. So stay tuned for that. From Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, we have Flo Durelle. Very awesome country music singer, and I think you're going to really like this lady. And we'll get to that in just a moment, but first here's a quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Well, it's time for interview time as promised, and with us from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, we have Flo Durelle. Thanks for joining us, Flo Durelle.
Thank you, Paul. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you on the show here, and why don't we start by the obvious question? Tell us a little bit about how it began for you as an artist. Everyone has their own story, so let's hear your story.
Exactly. Well, I was quite young. I started singing in public when I was about 5 years old. I'm the youngest in a family of 5, and the rest are all brothers, and they all sang. And then when they figured out that I could sing, well, they brought me along. So I started singing with them, and then from there it was joining bands. And in the 80s, I traveled extensively with bands. And at some points in my life, music was my way of living. That's all I did for a living. And then at other times, it was merely for entertainment. And about 5 years ago, I decided to go solo as a solo career. And it's done very well. So I've been singing all my life, basically.
Okay, well, that's quite a story there. What were some of the artists that you grew up with that that influenced you and helped you with your songwriting and singing ability and so forth?
My favorite, and she still is to this day, is Dolly Parton. So I grew up listening to a lot of Dolly, Emmylou Harris, Linda Ronstadt, you name them, we had them at home. Everything was country music, and it's mostly classic country that I play.
Right, yeah, and I think all three of them did perform as a group together. I remember one time.
They did, yeah.
And I'm sorry, the name escapes me what they call themselves, but they were always pretty good. Because I remember
harmonies, the harmonies.
Over Thread, Golden Eagle, I think was one of their songs, and then they had they did a cover of To Know Him Is to Love Him. All that stuff they did together was good.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and of course, Dolly Parton is a legend, obviously. Well, they all three are, I guess. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how we can find you if we want to go on streaming media or anything like that to download your music and your your official sites and so forth, how we could reach you on there.
Pretty easy to find. My music is all available on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, both albums. I also have physical albums. I'm from the old school, so I like seeing the pictures. I like reading the credits. These are available. If you want a physical copy, you could even contact me through Facebook, and I would mail one out to you for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody go out there and get those albums. I know Flo would appreciate that. And And speaking of your music again, why don't you tell us about this music video we're going to watch? If there's, and also if there's a story behind it, we'd love to hear that as well.
This particular song, I think you'll be playing "Here Comes Trouble."
Uh-huh.
And when you hear the title, you're thinking, "Oh my soul, that's probably going to be a song about a bar brawl or something." But it's actually a love story. It's about a girl who goes out with some friends to a bar on a Friday night, and she's not looking for anything except to having a good time. And then, what do you know? This gorgeous cowboy walks in the door, and she knows she's in trouble. So you've got to listen to the lyrics and listen to the end of the song to see how it works out for her. But it's based out. When I wrote it, I had in mind when I used to travel in the 80s. We used to do all bars. It was all bar work, and it's kind of that atmosphere that I was in that zone when I was writing the song. And now, of course, I don't do much bar work. I do mostly festivals because I do work full time. And but anyway, if you've ever been in the bar scene, you'll kind of situate yourself in that scene, in that zone, and listen to the song.
Okay. Well, I heard the song myself. It's really good, and I know everybody's dying to hear it, and I know you'll appreciate it out there. And we'll get to that in just a moment or so. But before we get into that, I think that's all the time we have for right now, Flo. But we thank you for coming on. We'd love to have you back again if you got anything to plug for us.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. And here's Flo with "Here Comes Trouble" right here on Paul Mash TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Friday night, me and my girlfriend's feeling alright, not looking for love or nothing like that. You walked in, and from the moment I saw you with your skin-tight jeans, your cowboy boots and your sheepish grin, I looked at my friends and said I'm in so much trouble. Oh, here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble coming my way in this cowboy hat. Well, the road will be a long against looking like that. Here comes trouble. So I stumbled across the floor with my foolish pride and asked you to dance, and much to my surprise, you looked down at me with your boyish smile and said, well, no thanks. Couldn't help but think of what have I done. I made a fool of myself and wanting to run straight out of this place like the son of a gun and just hide. Oh, here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble. Well, it's coming my way in this cowboy hat. Well, the road will be a long against looking like that. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble,